Episode 3.
Episode 3.
You just want to do that same intro?
Yeah.
What did we say? Hold on.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, extraterrestrials? This is the UFO Garage, Episode 3. All things UFO, alien, and weird.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe.
And this is
Fucked it up.
Episode 3. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's keep it.
Okay.
We'll get better at it.
We'll get better. So here we are, man. Number 3.
Number 3. This has been a fun day. So we've just been knocking out these podcasts. It's been pretty fast.
It has been.
We got a lot of content. We just made a Facebook page, set up our Patreon. We gotta put together a Instagram so that when we go to UFO Congress, we can post a bunch of cool photos, videos, and things.
Yeah, dude, the ball is rolling.
Ball is rolling.
Set in motion. So yeah, man. Man, I'm looking over there and I'm seeing the name. I'm seeing the name Stephen Greer.
Yeah.
Dude. So that little body that he found out in the Atacama Desert,
Yes.
that's crazy.
What do you think of that
Right?
thing?
Okay, so it obviously doesn't look like a human, right? They're like, oh, but there's all kinds of, genetic anomalies that can happen that can keep people from growing. They're still infants. But even if it was an infant, it would be the size of your hand.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of, I know that there's like, preemie babies that are born and
Right.
things like that. But they say the bone structure on this thing, it's like 11 years old.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be like a child.
Yeah, it's like a child.
Bone density.
Yeah.
And also the proportions from his head to the rest of his body. If you look at, like, I actually looked this up, like what an infant, like a preemie, skull and body looks like, and the skull
Right.
is way larger
Really?
than the head, and at all stages, like it does not look like a human.
Dude, it really does.
Also, isn't it missing some ribs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was missing a couple ribs.
yeah.
They did the DNA sequence and they saw a lot of human stuff, but then there's a lot of extra stuff that they would call garbage that they just throw away. But I want to know what that garbage is.
Dude, yeah.
Is it really garbage? Or you're just telling us, oh, well, it's human because it's obviously got these human traits, but what's the other stuff?
Yeah.
What is that?
I want to know too. I wonder if our genetic code, it has some garbage in it too.
Oh,
Or
absolutely.
is
We
my-
all have garbage in our code, right? So
Yeah.
when they go and they sift through and they're looking for something specific, they find it, and the rest of it that they sift through is what they consider to be the garbage.
Yeah.
But if you see the picture, if any of you guys haven't seen that picture, you could probably Google Stephen Greer Atacama Desert Alien or Atacama Desert, mummy being or something. You might find a lot more crazy things, but maybe link the word Stephen Greer to it, and
Yeah, I just
you
typed
can
in
find it.
Stephen Greer alien skull.
Yeah, you just go to images, right?
Or
And
alien
yeah,
body.
there you go, dude.
Atacama, yeah, yeah.
Tell me that looks like a preemie baby.
I don't think so, man. Like, it even has, like, does that look like teeth to you?
I don't know what that is. I have no idea.
It's got this, like, sharp protrusion, and then, like, half of the skull, there's like a ridge going to the sides of the skull too.
Right.
I mean, this looks like so number one, remember that when that documentary came out, I thought because there was no reference to how big that skull was, and they had shown a little bit of it in the trailer, so there was no reference to how big it was. So I thought this was like human size.
Yeah.
So I guess just figure out, like, I guess, like, think about
What is that? Is that a ruler they're holding up to it right there?
Oh yeah,
What does that little ruler say?
super tiny.
It's like 3 inches long, maybe.
Yeah, it says 8. Well, it's gonna be like 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters. So those of you who aren't from America, you know exactly how big that is.
Yeah, metric system, dude. I like how America was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
We're gonna make our own shit.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. This thing.
But that's insane.
So funny story. So Emery Smith, who's also on Cosmic Disclosure, is the guy in that documentary that's taking a sample out of this little guy. So he's been connected to this thing for a really long time.
Right.
He has like this resin mold of it that he carries around, I guess.
Oh, that's cool.
Whenever he goes to speak at events or whatever. But it is so tiny, dude. It's this tiny little thing. And
it's like a keychain like accessory.
Yeah. It was like one of those Halloween keychain, the skeleton keychain.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, this thing looks so weird, man. Like, it even looks like it has lips, you know?
Uh-huh.
And that little nasal cavity there.
Yeah. But when you show that to people, it blows my mind how some people can immediately just be like, "Oh, dude, that's a deformed baby."
Yeah. Like how do you know that?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, how do we know it's not?
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, but at first glance, people that say it's just a deformed baby doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that. And you look at the skull, and we have evidence of head binding, where ancient cultures would bind the skull to elongate them, right?
Yeah.
Some people say what they want to look like their gods, and this and that. But so in everybody's skull, I forget the technical term, but you have the little cracks in the skull, and they all fuse together to create your skull, right? There's been skulls that have been found that are elongated that don't have those ridges.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's no sign of the skull being fused together, so it's all one piece.
It's all one piece.
Yeah.
Right. And so they look a little different than binded skulls, but they're
Have you seen the difference
different.
between binded skulls and then the long skulls that they claim to be aliens? They're totally different.
Yes.
Dude.
They look
totally
completely different.
Because the ones that are binded are like there's obviously you could see the divot where the rope or whatever was used to bind it. So and it also looks like it's running out of material like at the end, so it's like kind of pointy. Whereas these other ones are like perfectly round, but it's just literally stretched out,
smooth on the top.
Yeah.
I
want to know. I mean, can there be genetic testing on those things? Has that been done?
I'm sure it's the same thing. They probably tested it, but if you go back to the theory that we've been
52 times.
Yeah, if we've been altered 52 times with some of their DNA, of course we're gonna have some matching DNA.
Yeah,
we've got the double helix, the 2 strands of DNA. Some people said that these guys have 3, and some have 4. So there's multiple strands, and we just have this second strand. Maybe if we can unlock a piece of that DNA, that will be the next step. In maybe human evolution, where we actually gain another strand of DNA. That's just another part of the puzzle.
Whoa, I haven't heard about that.
Yeah,
3 strands.
Yeah, 4 strands. And it's that image is all over the place. Like even in the medical industry, the staff with the 2 snakes wrapped around it. Its meaning goes all the way back to ancient times.
Yeah.
And
I wonder too, is like, do they know what they're looking for too? When you say they have like garbage, they find garbage DNA,
right?
What if it's just they just don't know what they're looking at?
Exactly. Like, what could this be?
And I wonder if there's some similarities between, like, if you tested a couple different things that were weird, if you went in and said, all right, well, here's some similarities between this garbage, and then okay, well, now this is a known thing. Like now we know what to look for. At that point, I would logically say, all right, well, if you tested a regular human being right now and they don't have any of that garbage, and you tested all these weird things and they have this garbage, quote unquote garbage DNA, but they're all similar towards each other, like they have similar repetitive, DNA, then that's obviously like a new sequence.
You would think. But I mean, DNA has been sequenced millions of times by this point. You would think somebody would have taken the time to be like, let's take a look at this garbage DNA or whatever it is. again, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Maybe they're incomplete strands. Maybe they're like strands aren't activated. Maybe they're just mutations in the strand. There's loads of that stuff in our DNA.
Yeah.
So it very well could just be garbage DNA.
Yeah.
But I mean, this thing, it didn't even have the right amount of fingers, right? I think it had different amounts of fingers.
That's a good question.
All kinds of stuff. I feel like it just got kind of blown over pretty fast.
Dude, brushed under the table for sure.
Yeah, like
I don't know,
Google it.
Can't get a good
Google it. Stephen Greer alien skull or Atacama Desert alien skull. Like, guys, you'll see it. It looks crazy.
Another one. Oh, I kind of wanted to add this real quick. So I guess there's this scientist working on embedding information into like DNA.
Right.
So like information as in like a memory card, and saying that if they're able to unlock it, it would be the equivalent to having like 1 million supercomputers. Yeah, that's probably the wrong terminology, but like
it'd be like having a quantum computer in your head.
Yeah, but like that's how much memory it can store, like that's in crazy. DNA. Like the possibilities are.
There's a
crazy.
lot of room in there.
Lots
of room, and not all of it is active.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. What happens when we activate that, man? How do you activate it? Is it just something through time? Is it something you have to learn in order for that part of the DNA to finally turn on and say, oh, well, there's been an outside effect that's happening to you that now I can turn on.
Dude, I mean, what if it's like as our solar system is moving through the galaxy, maybe we enter this, portion of the galaxy has some different energy. I mean, this is something that Corey Good talks about too. It's like he says like we're moving into this new energy field in the galaxy, and maybe that's what alters DNA. It's just like something we can't even fathom what it is yet,
because we don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
we haven't encountered.
We won't know until we know it.
Exactly. Until it's too late and it's already happening to us, then we can start to say, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was there's a few alien bodies found in like some mining tunnels or something in South America.
There was like 3 of them, right? And they had like 3 fingers.
Yeah. Can you recall what those were called?
Don't have the specifics on them.
Was it Nazca?
I think it was in Peru. Yeah.
Peru?
Yeah. Because this was in Chile, no?
Yeah, these are these guys right here.
Yes.
They're like mummied. I just Googled Nazca
But they've
aliens.
got those extremely long 3 fingers.
Yeah,
3 toes.
And they're like mummied. They look like
casts, like molds were made.
They do. Those big eyes with the little tiny slit in there.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy looking, dude.
What have you heard anything on these guys? Like
I've heard a little bit.
What do we know?
People have come out and said, "Hey, look at what we found," and they're like, "Oh, there's just somebody had something wrong with them. They were sick." That's always the excuse I hear.
Swamp gas.
Yeah, they were sick or they had some kind of crazy disease that only happens once every billion years. Man. That's always the excuse you hear.
Oh, look how small they are too.
Wow, I thought they were bigger than that.
They look like E.T. From the movie. They do.
That's crazy looking,
how tiny
dude.
They are.
Yeah, the skulls are completely different. They only got 3 toes, 3 fingers. Look at that.
Dead alien baby and pregnant mother found inside.
What?
Isn't like an egg?
Dude, there's like
eggs.
3 little eggs in there.
All right, I'm clicking on that.
What did you Google to get to here?
Nazca aliens.
Nazca aliens. Guys, Google that and check that out.
Exclusive. Dead alien baby and pregnant mother found inside tomb in Peru.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to those guys.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, their feet don't look like they don't look like they'd be very comfortable to walk on. I don't know if it...
Yeah, I mean...
Those toes are really long. I don't know, man.
I mean, it may not be hard walking around in a spaceship that way, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. You just float. That one looks... I'm looking at this other hand. Alien hand.
Proof of aliens?
God, that was loud. Did you hear that?
It was loud.
So I guess it doesn't record. Only we can hear it because it's coming out from the monitor, I guess. Look at that hand, dude. That's not like a sculpture or anything. It doesn't look like to me.
No.
That looks biological.
If you guys want to see what we're talking about, we'll post a picture of it on Facebook. You guys can go check it out. We'll post a picture of that Atacama Desert.
Yeah.
Little mummy guy too. But I mean, they look weird.
Little mummy dude.
And for people just to kind of blow that off, like, they just had some kind of, they had a disease. They were sick.
Fuck that.
And then we just move on. Like, no, what was that? What is it? Look at those guys.
Dude, they're all 3 in a row.
Yeah, we're posting pictures of this stuff so you guys will be able to see
we can't get it.
I know it's probably driving you all nuts right now.
We're like,
we
can't see it.
We're like, look at it. It's got 3 fingers. Yeah, dude. Those Nazca lines, I mean, those are incredible all on their own.
Yeah, they were meant for somebody above.
Yeah.
Like floating or flying above.
Looking down.
Because you can't appreciate them from the ground. You don't even know what you're looking at.
Oh, I know. And then to be able to make it, like look how symmetrical that spider is.
Yeah, the spider is super. I mean, it's got
see
4 legs. Okay, I see. So
Yeah.
there's 8 legs. Nice. Yeah, dude, that was not meant for humans to appreciate. That was meant for like somebody flying over and they're saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
hey, look at what we can do."
I mean, those people, obviously they didn't have internet, so they were probably extremely bored sometimes, but I still couldn't imagine me and a couple buddies being like, let's go make a giant desert spider miles long.
Yeah.
How would you even do that?
They would need multiple people.
How? Yeah. One of the biggest questions of the world. How did you do that? Because I can see crop circles, some of them being fake. I can see how that could happen, right?
Yeah.
There's some crop circles that are crazy,
Yeah.
but there's some crop circles that are like, Bob did that last night.
Right,
He
yeah.
came out here and made a crop circle.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I could see how you can make a circle, but those geometric patterns that you see in some of the crop circles are absolutely perfect.
Right.
Like, so geometrically perfect and symmetrical all the way around. And it's like the math that you would have to do to understand to even think to draw that is insane. Like
Yeah.
the fractal nature of those spirals and
yeah.
like it's all math,
Mm-hmm.
you know. My favorite crop circle is the one where they it was almost like an answer to Carl Sagan's golden
Yes.
disc where it has our genetic information,
Yeah.
where it even shows our like DNA sequence.
I think in that DNA sequence, there's a third strand.
Yeah,
Yeah, in that DNA sequence, I believe there's a third strand in it.
All right, I'm sorry. I know this is annoying for anybody listening, but I'm going to look this up.
And it's they're using a different type of telescope, and it shows what planet they're from. That's a cool one. That's a cool one, which is really creative. But doing it in a crop, I can understand. See the DNA sequence, how there's 2 humps, and then in theirs there's 3.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're right.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the lines going back and forth, that means, all right.
You're right. Yeah.
Interesting. And look how small our head is, and then
It's humongous.
Honestly, that's kind of like funny looking.
It is.
Like it's almost cartoonish in a way. And then this one, I don't know what this means here. I forget.
That's
what-
the
at very
telescope.
bottom. Oh, okay.
So that's showing that we used a radio telescope, and the one on the other one is showing some other kind of telescope. I don't know. You can look it up, but yeah, there's a
Also, like, yeah, this is really cool that we even thought, whoever put this together, I don't know if it was Carl Sagan or somebody else, but to put together this little chart is pretty genius.
of dots.
Yeah.
It definitely is. It's funny because we would send that out and say, hey, if there's another intelligent species out there, they'll be able to decode this. But in the technical sense, I'm an intelligent species, right? But if you sent that to me, I would be like, what? What are these dots? I would color it in with a crayon. 'Cause I wouldn't know any better.
I would send back WUT. What?
But yeah, I mean, you can see how these crop circles, some of them look kind of man-made and whatnot, and see how they're done. But those Nazca lines, dragging a rock across the desert, to make those lines, like, I don't even know if that's how they do it. I'm just saying, like, if it was me, I'd tie a rope to a giant rock and just drag it like a sled across the desert. Maybe hook up some donkeys.
Yeah.
Andale burro.
Hire some Egyptians. They drug those rocks, right? The big rocks for the pyramids.
Oh, man. Have you heard? I forget who the comedian was who did the skit where he talks about how the Egyptians just hired Mexicans to build theirs. Because if you look across the world, there's pyramids in Mexico too.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I bet that's what happened.
And they just hired a bunch of Mexicans. I can't remember who did it, man.
That's great.
I'm gonna figure who that was. Because that was a pretty funny one. But yeah, the Nazca lines are incredible. Those geometric shapes from the crop circles are insane. Have you seen where they take these images and then they make a 3-dimensional image of it?
What?
And they say that they could be showing you types of technology that they're using when you extend it into like a 3-dimensional view, and you can see all the way around it what the shape actually looks like, and they're showing you the energy force that's behind the universe and everything. So like the torus is like a never ending, it's kind of like a donut shape of energy. Well, if you were to make that into a 3-dimensional thing, you could see it the way that it works.
Whoa.
And then put it in motion, you would see how it all just works together.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
This one we're looking at, it looks like a bird's eye lens, like looking down. Have you ever seen that style of photography where you use a special kind of lens, but you just shoot down towards the ground, and most of the photo is just things in like the peripheral, and it looks like you're standing on a tiny ball. That's kind of what this looks like.
It is cool.
Yeah,
it's like skyscrapers.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy. Well, you want to get into another topic,
dude? I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I chose the last couple. Do you want to choose one?
Man, how's about the what would you do if you got the chance to have the information?
So if you were posed, all right, you could be we'll let you know everything you want to know, but you have to disappear from the earth
completely. Your family, doesn't know where you went.
Yeah, like you're gone.
Your wife, your dog, you never see anybody again.
Yeah,
but you get you get the skinny.
Yeah, on everything.
Yeah,
you get to ask questions. I mean, dude, I wouldn't do it, but I've thought about it because I want to know so bad. I want to know so bad. Also, I want to know, just like I think everybody has that in them, like at some point or some part of them wants to know how many civilizations have been on this planet. How many intelligent species? Like when were the pyramids built? How were they built?
Right.
Stuff like that. I would love to know. If that was included into the package, I would go I might go for it.
I'll take the lower tier package where I can still go home to my wife.
Yeah, I'll take that actually. Do you have a gold package, or is it just diamond?
Is it just like I have to disappear completely?
I'll do the bronze package.
Can I still go to Wendy's occasionally, or like you guys supply that food?
You could go to Chick-fil-A, but only on Sundays. You're like, oh, tight. No! Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, man.
It's like that's a Men in Black kind of scenario.
Yeah,
kind of, right?
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, that's a tough question. Because goddamn, I would love to know,
dude.
I would love to know. I mean, I love.
What would you do after that, though? What would you do with yourself?
All right, well now I know.
Well, now what?
Yeah,
like fuck.
I guess now you're part of the program.
I mean,
now you got to go do some stuff.
I wonder if you'd go crazy,
whatever that is.
If you knew, I wonder if you'd like kind of go insane a little bit.
You might. You might.
Knowing that you can't tell anybody. Maybe
that
that's
would
a
be
part
the
of the
hardest
package.
part. That would be the hardest part.
Yeah, or maybe the bronze packages. Yeah, you can have you don't have to be erased, but you can't tell anybody about this ever. Or you have to be a shill or disinformation agent.
Maybe To the Stars Academy is in the bronze package.
Dude, I think they are, bro.
Where
I think they got the penny package, the nickel package.
They let them know stuff, and you're able to talk about it, but there's a bunch of stuff that you don't know.
But they give them that, but they're like, but also Tom DeLonge needs to be your spokesman. That's like the catch.
It's such a man. That's such a weird thing.
It's so weird.
Like especially for older people. I mean, I'm sure it's weird, but for people in our age range that grew up listening to Blink-182, like that was like your band in middle school.
Yeah, bro.
And they were just starting to get popular and stuff, and then come to find out this dude is now on History Channel debriefing people on UFO technology.
Yeah. I mean, I said this earlier, but I did appreciate how they did it pretty tastefully with Tom being in the show. It's like they really only got some reactionary shots of him. Not really. It wasn't like all about, hey, it's me, Tom DeLonge.
Yeah.
I assembled an A-team force to go investigate.
It's almost like if you don't know who Blink-182 is, you wouldn't even realize Tom DeLonge is of any significance anywhere else.
Yeah.
You think he's just some UFO researcher.
Yeah.
But
so I appreciated that. I think they did that really well. But yeah, like that connection though is so strange to me. Like it's so random. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he's just like us. He's always been into it.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I definitely could see myself. I would say yes to that. If I had enough money and connections, I would probably do something similar to him.
Yeah.
But it's also just really weird. Like...
I got one of his books, one of his Secret Machine books. I think it's like Man, War, and... something else.
I wonder, real quick, like, why is it spelled secrets like it is? It's like S-E-K, isn't it? I wonder why.
I think it's just a branding thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let's spell secret with a K.
Oh, okay.
Like I think
like
it's
a backwards K.
I think it's just one of those things.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I got the book. It's pretty interesting. I've read it. I will say, however, I think it's really repetitive. Like, not just on the subject. I think it repeats itself in the book over and over again. And I feel like they use really big words that really don't need to be in there. It's like you're
trying to sound real smart.
You try to make it come off a little more like you're a little more educated than you are, but you could have just said it like a regular person, and I would have probably grasped it a lot better.
Yeah.
Because now I'm having to like reread stuff and like, what does this word even mean, dude?
Yeah.
Nobody's talking like that.
Yeah.
If me and you were gonna have a conversation, Tom, you wouldn't say that fucking word. Don't do that. Just and granted, he had a writer write it for him. I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's
editor or something.
Yeah. And they were like, oh, let's put this word in or something. But it's a pretty interesting book. I've been enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I was interested. I might still pick it up.
I've kind of put that one down. It's a really long book.
Yeah.
I kind of put that one down, and I've started reading How to Talk to an Alien.
Ooh.
And that's a pretty interesting, cool little book too. And it just goes, through the linguistics and just kind of the characteristics, the what ifs. How would an extraterrestrial communicate? A lot of times we hear that they communicate telepathically. They don't say anything. But there have been abduction cases where people have said that they've overheard, the extraterrestrials speaking.
Really?
In the book, they have an account of one of them sounded like they were speaking like Portuguese.
Whoa.
One of them sounded like it was like Scandinavian. Some people have heard them speaking what seemed to be German. So maybe they visited us a long time ago and they have this ancient, language that people used to speak.
Yeah.
And now they're here again, and so they have kind of like an accent because it's not the same language as when they were originally here.
Whoa.
And it's kind of it's a really cool book, but there's a section in there on accents. What kind of accent would an alien have? And it's like, well, if you don't even know what they sound like, how can you how could you imagine what an accent would be like? I couldn't imagine a UFO landing here And then when coming out and be like, howdy guys.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you have a Texas accent.
Yeah.
Or like,
if I listen to any other language, I wouldn't be able to tell if they had an accent or not.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because we have accents wherever we are, but it was kind of cool to think like, oh yeah, aliens probably meet each other and they have accents because they're from different parts of the galaxy, even if they are closely related. You know, it's like Mexico, Central America, South America. It's all kind of like the same, but it's all different accents.
Yeah,
you know, they can kind of understand each other. It just sounds different.
Makes me wonder, like, if the common language would be telepathy, and if that's like a hardware thing that these certain races, like if they meet up, you know, to do like a trade deal or whatever, like they have to speak through telepathy,
right?
But it's like a low grade, you know, they can transfer images or like concepts instead of an actual, like you don't hear somebody talking in your head. It's more like you're like receiving like a concept or a conscious thought from somebody else.
Have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Or read the book?
Uh-huh.
You know, the little yellow slug that, you know, they put into his ear?
Oh, yeah.
And it basically, it lives off of eating sound waves, and then it excretes, you know, the decoded message into whatever language you speak.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of cool.
That.
Yeah.
Dang.
They put it in Arthur's ear, and then he can understand everybody.
That's super cool. Dang, I haven't watched that movie in a long time though.
Dude, that's one of my favorite movies.
It's like
a cool movie?
Isn't it like at the end it's like rats have been ruling the planet or mice? Yeah. That's super funny.
And we think we've been doing experiments on them, but really they've been observing us the whole time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The answer to the question, everything, is 42. To the universe and everything that lives in it. The answer is 42.
42.
They built the most supercomputer.
What?
It gave it thousands of years to come up with the answer. Millions of years to come up with the answer. And they come up with the answer is 42.
What?
Always carry a towel with you. And remember, most importantly, don't panic.
I guess it's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Oh, it's a good one. I have the book. It's also like,
isn't Alan Rickman the voice of the alien?
I think so.
Or not the robot. Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Hello.
He's supposed to be like an emotional robot, but he's always sad because he knows everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the doors on the ship have a delightful disposition. Yeah, that's a good movie. I like that's a cool science fiction movie. The probability drive, where you just push it and it dumps you wherever. What is the probability? You know
what?
Yeah, the ship it's got a new technology, which is the probability drive, and you push the probability button and it can basically teleport you anywhere at any time.
Probably.
And so
just like do they know where they're going? Or?
Well, no, that's the thing. It's you just hit the button and it's a chance of probability wherever you could possibly end up. You know, like in the movie they hit the probability drive and they turn into sofas. they turn into sofas because it was the probable chance that you could be a sofa at this time.
Oh my god!
It's
like an alternate reality.
Yeah, exactly. Where they all show up as balls of yarn. They're all made of yarn and stuff, and then finally, when reality starts to kick back in, then they become humans again.
Weird,
but yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's a cool little concept. But I mean, who knows, dude? Who knows? There could be some crazy type of technology out there like that. I mean,
there has to be in a different reality, right?
In a different reality, right?
There's another reality where I'm a duck.
Yep.
We're all ducks.
You're a duck.
We're a humanoid duck.
Your name is Ben.
Yeah. Everything's the same. It's just the only difference is that we're ducks.
We're ducks. Oh man, like Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
Speaking of Howard the Duck, Is it true that Howard the Duck had a cameo in the Avengers?
What?
In the Endgame?
I haven't seen it.
See if you can pull that up.
What?
Somebody was saying, yeah, Howard the Duck was in that movie. It's like, wait, what? Howard the Duck? Is he even like a Marvel character? He just made a cameo or what? Is it like a hidden Easter egg in the movie?
Wait a minute.
Holy crap. Is that him?
Oh my god.
No
It
way.
scared the shit out of me, that noise.
Howard the Duck.
The Copyright Act allowances made for fair use for purposes. What? What's he doing?
I don't know. I haven't seen the last one yet.
Me either.
Oh, I'm kind of off my game. But yeah, is that him right there,
Dude,
That's hilarious.
that's amazing.
Howard Duck came back to kick some ass with
Oh my god.
the Avengers.
Is he carrying a gun?
A gun, giant gun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Wow, that's great.
Okay.
That's great.
All right. So since I'm on this on the internet looking at videos, I wanted to show you this video that I came across.
Yeah.
I came across. It's kind of blowing up on Reddit.
Uh-huh.
I saw it on Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit right before you came over.
Uh-huh.
So it's this video by this woman named Vivian Gomez on Facebook. It's a security camera on the side of her house, I guess.
Right.
And her post said, "So I woke up Sunday morning and saw this on my camera, and I'm trying to figure it out. What the heck? First, I saw the shadow walk from my front door. Then I saw this thing. Has anyone seen this on their cameras? The other two cameras didn't pick it up for some reason. So she's got multiple cameras. She's claiming that this is the only camera that picked it up.
Uh-huh.
I just want to see your reaction.
Okay.
I'll just play the video.
What? What? That looks like what is that thing on oh no.
Is that not creepy,
That's
bro?
creepy. It looks kind of like a I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, so I'm gonna
Looks like Dobby.
That's what yes, that
It's like
thing.
a house elf.
What? And it didn't pick it up on the other cameras?
That's what she's claiming. All right, so this is what I think it is.
That's what it looks like.
I think it's a toddler with flip flops, and you can kind of make it out with some. You can kind of make out the shorts here, and I think he has some boxers or like a shirt on his head.
Yeah.
So watch it again, just knowing that. I think she's just like this toddler is just being dumb, like walking real funny, and also you see this shadow over here. Something happens there. I don't know what that is.
Whoa.
So, and something walks away.
Yeah.
And he does like a little chicken dance thing. And he's just walking weird.
Dude, that is strange.
But a lot of people are saying it's an alien. But I think it's just a kid being dumb. And I don't know what the motive would be from this lady like posting that.
Yeah, what time of night, morning is that?
It's got like 5 million views.
You
this
need
video.
to put your babies in bed. Stop putting boxers on their head and walking them out naked just in a pair of flip-flops.
Seriously. I mean, look, it looks like she has a kid. I just want to know why she would post something like that. Like make it a mystery.
I mean, the kid in the picture looks a lot smaller and maybe a little chunkier.
Yeah, not as lanky.
Than that skinny, lanky thing. Yeah. Dude, that's pretty crazy. I wouldn't go as far to say alien right off the bat with it. But that's definitely pretty strange. It's creepy.
But what is he doing in the middle of it? I mean, I don't know what time it is, obviously.
It looks nighttime.
6 million views now.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, definitely looks like nighttime.
But
how late? I don't know.
He's like, dum-da-dum-da-dum.
Yeah, isn't that weird though?
Yeah.
Well, but the first time you saw it, you're like, what the hell
It's creepy.
is that? Isn't it creepy, dude?
Yeah, that's strange. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Somebody's going to come up with a crazy-ass theory as to what it is, but...
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, look at the hands and how it looks like his hands are really long. Like they bend at a weird... See how long that...
Yeah.
That just
I was
looking
too like
long.
the leg right there. it looks strange.
Really strange. But it does look kind of like it's wearing pants, right?
Maybe.
Or shorts.
Huh.
Look at that stance.
Because if you look at the arms and the hand, it's going all the way to the back, almost to the knee.
Back of the knee, yeah.
Yeah, it's really low.
Yeah, it's just really weird.
That's pretty strange. Huh. I wish you could see like the reflection on the car better.
Oh,
or
yeah.
like in the window or something.
Oh, right.
But you really can't. But that's that's interesting. That's pretty cool.
I thought that was funny.
That's pretty cool. And that's her personal, that's off her camera.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
it's just
strange.
blowing up on everything.
Should shoot her a message.
Yeah. See if we can get her on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do they live? What, don't tell me your address, but, where are you from?
Yeah.
Like San Francisco? Are you from, where?
Utah.
Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff out in Utah.
Dude, I bet like places like Utah where there's not a whole lot going on is like prime grounds for abductions. Just out in the middle. I mean, there's some places in Texas that are definitely really secluded where there's like 5 people living in a town.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah,
there's not a lot of major cities where you would like, I don't know, maybe if there was a huge ship that flew over an area, a lot more people would see it. If it's like flying on its path to whatever, like a small town or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of a stupid idea, but
well, I mean, it's possible, but
Yeah.
you have to think like, would a ship be, if it was on its way somewhere, would it be flying that slow?
yeah, true.
Or like, even if one did fly over the city of Austin, how many people are looking up in the sky?
Nobody, dude.
Nobody's looking up.
Nobody's
paying
there
attention.
I want there to be a mass sighting in Austin so bad.
It would be cool.
It would be so cool, dude.
It would be cool.
But also, I'm never looking up.
Yeah.
Probably more. I probably look up more than a lot of people I know. But like, unless I'm out on a weekend or like at a bar or something or a restaurant, I'm not really. I'm usually just inside.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking out. But I mean, I guess when I take my dogs out to go to the bathroom, I'm I'm always looking up at the sky.
Yeah, dude. If it's nighttime and I'm outside, my head's always up.
Yeah.
But like during the day, it's bright, dude.
It's so bright.
Everything I need is right in front of me or down below.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I whip out the telescope. I like to watch the skies. I keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Probably a little more than most people would.
I need to get a telescope, dude.
Oh,
what do you have? Is it like?
Man, I got it a few years ago. I can't even think of the name of it. You've seen it though when you've come over to the house. I have it sitting over in the corner.
I don't remember.
So me and my little brother, we busted it out one night, and I was showing him. It's man, I wish I could remember the name of it and like
the brand or whatever.
The brand
is it like a long skinny one or is it one of those like fat ones?
It's a long skinny one.
Oh, okay.
But it's powerful enough that you can actually see Saturn.
Whoa.
You can see the rings on Saturn.
Really?
Yeah, you can see Jupiter.
That's cool.
You can see 4 moons.
Oh,
the
so
side of Jupiter. You can see it.
What?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's not the best photo, but you're looking at a, pretty much like a red dot in the sky, and then you see these little white dots, and they're all different sizes.
That's crazy.
It's powerful enough to be able to tell the size of things.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Jupiter supposedly here pretty soon is going to be like the biggest it's ever going to be. You're going to be able
the biggest
to see
in the sky right now.
See the moon or its moons like with the naked eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
well, you
gonna be
can
cool.
pull out your binoculars and see it. But yeah, you'll be able to see all the moons with a binocular.
Yeah, dude.
I think here right now in June, right?
Okay. Shit, dude. I gotta get a telescope, man.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, and mine's not like a super high-powered, extremely expensive telescope. I think it was maybe like $200.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. It's just I wanted something to look at the moon and look at some stars.
Just look at some stuff,
That's
man.
all I wanted to do.
I want to look at the moon more, dude.
Yeah.
That's I keep seeing all these like really high pixel, just huge images on Reddit of the moon, like super detailed, and it's crazy just seeing all those craters and dude, it's nuts. That's a thing above us at all times.
Oh, I know.
That's a big rock. That
when I went to the Lowell Observatory out in Flagstaff, that's the telescope that the astronauts used to plan the moon landing.
What?
So they were checking out spots on the moon.
That's cool.
And they zoomed it in, and you could take a look through it, and you can look on the moon. It's crazy. It zooms in. I believe they said like up to like a football field size.
Whoa!
And you can see just that on the moon, and they used it, and that was pretty cool.
I think
that's a sign. That's a sign.
I mean, maybe this will just be a short one.
Yeah, we can get close to wrapping this one up. We'll have a lot of material and stuff coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah,
we'll get it out to you guys. The Patreon will be up and running soon. It's up and running. There's just no content on it. So
yeah,
here pretty soon we're gonna have content. You know, we'll have videos and things like that. You guys can check it all out. And we're gonna have a lot more stuff to discuss. Man, you know, we got tornado warnings out here right now. It's rain. There's a million people texting.
Well, you have one of those wireless chargers, dude?
Yeah. The charger.
That's sick.
Part on mine, like it doesn't work, so I needed to buy one. It wasn't because I wanted it. It was out of necessity.
Dude, that's cool.
But
did you have to get a special case for it?
For what? The
phone?
I'm one of those no case people.
Okay. Oh, so you don't need a case to charge it wirelessly like that?
No.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, no, I don't need a case. No, it just charges on its own.
Dude,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, man. But
hell yeah, dude. Alien devices, dude.
Yeah.
Did you get that from
alien technology?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. But
you got a moon. It's called a moon phone.
The moon phone. It works on moon waves.
Moon waves, man.
How do you make that work? Moon waves. What is a moon wave? Well, obviously, dude, it's a wave
from the moon.
The higher up you go, the more powerful it is.
Yeah, man.
So,
you recharge, you just go outside.
Yeah. How cool would that be?
I can't talk to you right now because I'm inside. I gotta go outside.
I know.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know how they say like the moon is just it lights up because it's reflecting the light from the sun. Man, how come we still can't charge like
like solar shit off of?
It's just a mirror,
That's a good
right?
question, man.
Like it was just reflecting back down onto us.
Yeah.
And, maybe it's not powerful enough.
I think it's because it's made of cheese, dude.
It's probably made of cheese. It's just have an overcooked piece of cheese up there.
It smells real good.
Oh man, you believe that was actually an explanation? Oh, it's just cheese.
It's just cheese.
It's just cheese.
It looks like cheese. It must be cheese.
You see that man on the moon? No,
dude, I've never seen a man on the moon.
The man on the moon.
I feel like people are just making that up.
Yeah, it's a real thing. People have said, yeah, the man on the moon. You can see the face. I've never seen the face of a man on the moon. Never. Not in my life.
I can't see it.
I can't either.
I mean, I'm pretty good at I can look at a cloud and say, oh, that looks like a puppy or something.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a face on the moon at all.
No, me either. And I have a telescope.
That's fake news, dude.
Fake news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fake news. Okay. All right, let's wrap this one up, dude. I think it's a sign. We've had some good content. This was a good episode. Episode 2 was great. Episode 1 was great.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like
kind of like Star Wars with all these episodes.
Dude, I know. Maybe we'll release them in reverse order.
We'll do the middle half, and then 20 years later we'll release the first half of the podcast.
Yeah,
and then 30 years later we'll release the end of the podcast.
Dude, I'm down.
And then we'll have a bunch of side podcasts that have nothing to do with No, they're all really good. I am very appreciative of all the Star Wars.
Me too.
Out.
Yeah, me too,
really
man.
am.
I think they're good.
They are.
Star Wars story. Which one is? It's not a part of the trilogy or whatever.
I think the Rogue One was like a kind of a branch off that kind of led to the beginning of everything. Or no, excuse me, it leads to 4, 5, and 6, the middle ones, right? And then they had Solo, which was just the story of Han Solo.
Yeah,
but
I like Solo. I thought that was good.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
But Well, already, man. That was episode 3 of UFO Garage.
UFO Garage.
UFO Garage. And we're out, guys.
Thanks a lot for listening, you guys. We'll see you next time. See you next time. I can't see anything.
I know.